Bing.
Great. Tuesday, January 14th, 8:25, Cemetery Trustees meeting. Number one on the agenda is approval of minutes.
I don't have the last minutes. My plan is to do the December 3 minutes and today's minutes, January 14, this afternoon, and I will have them for the next meeting. I apologize for not having December 3.
No problem. Can you email those to us before the meeting? So
yes.
We've got eyes on?
Yes.
Terry, can I just go on the record that all trustees are present at the meeting, including the superintendent?
Sure.
Please, thank you.
The second item is the consent agenda, and on the consent agenda today we just have the Abbey Capital account statement.
Is that on the consent?
I would believe so.
Is that it?
That would be it for today, right? We don't have...
There's no financials and no list.
There's no I'm sorry, Meg is out. Meg almost broke her ankle yesterday, and she's out on. I can't access those reports through a computer because of two-factor authentication.
Okay,
no problem.
So
just for the consent agenda today, because we just had the Abbey Capital account statement. So
I'll have to get you
Sure.
those.
Can we get a motion to approve that?
I'll make a motion.
Great. Second, Joe. All in favor?
Aye.
Great. Thank you. Third would go with the superintendent's report.
I would make a motion to withdraw the letter. There was some correspondence from the Stewart family. Remove that from the superintendent reports and then insert it into correspondence.
Great. Thank you. And also furnace replacement.
Item 4, furnace replacement. Blessedly, we do not have to replace the furnace.
Okay.
We have found a competent company who can deal with the furnace. It's an electrical problem, and they have fixed it. Turns out they were the company that installed it. So after many a plumber came by, we are all set.
Great.
Yeah.
No replacement's a good thing.
Yes.
Yep.
Excellent. Then, do you want to go through the superintendent's report? Is there anything else in there?
Hunt Tree has been here. You want me to go item?
Can you just
No,
can I just ask about the for the record about the tree work at the old
grounds?
Can you just talk about how that fits in with the community preservation grant, please?
So that Hunt gave us an estimate as part of our historic community preservation grant that was granted last year, and their portion was for trimming all the trees that are a potential danger to the old headstone section before we start restoration work and conservation work on those headstones in the spring. So that's what they're doing. They're in here during the winter while the ground is frozen, and they are climbing and trimming carefully and using a bucket truck where they can drive on, and getting that work done before we start conservation.
Great, thank you.
Great.
It looks good. It'll be interesting to see in the spring, like you mentioned in your report, when it fills out.
It looks really good.
Yeah. And you don't recognize it until you drive by and see it, and then realize how much they've opened it up.
If you walk through, instead of just driving by at 30 miles an hour on Center Street, if you walk through, you'll see all the cuts on the trees that are evident where they have done major work, and they are they're doing the whole parcel. They quoted really just for above the historic headstones, but they're really doing much more. They're really doing above the whole parcel that includes the not so old grounds.
Sure.
So they're giving us more.
Great, thank you.
Some other items, Kevin Cook is retiring, which is a big loss. Hopefully we'll be able to find a good replacement for him. But he's committed to helping us plan Memorial Day
Well, that's great.
for 2025. Some other things where one of our neighbors is moving. Andrea Gordon is moving to Fuller Village, and we'll miss her. She's been a great neighbor. And that's about it.
And then on the stewards, are they coming in at all?
They're not coming in. She sent me this letter and the artwork and asked if I thought she needed to come in, and I said no. I can present and get back to you.
Perfect.
You know, we've met them.
Yeah.
So we know what her intent is. We know that, you know, there's nobody else in the family who's going to use that lot. They're the end of the line. They have a daughter. And the daughter has no children.
Sure. We can talk about that when we get to that.
Yeah, right. Christmas trees,
Christmas wreaths, we sold 45 holiday wreaths to benefit the gift fund. So that's nice. I think that is level or maybe a little better than what we did last year. I'll have to check.
it almost feels like we could do better than that too, and I know
We could, but you know what? I was away this year,
Ah.
and I did not get to post it repeatedly on
that's okay.
social media.
Because
I
that's a really cool thing.
I-
It looks great.
What's even better that I didn't get to promote this year was honey. Now,
Oh, yeah.
I gave you all a
Yes.
jar of honey with our new Milton label on it, and I wanted to promote that, but I was away until the 18th, and I just couldn't organize that while I was away. So next year, hopefully, we'll be able to have a limited amount of Milton Cemetery honey,
Great.
and we can generate a little bit of gift fund donation for that.
Excellent.
The holiday wreaths.
Yes.
Do we have a program that's in just, I don't know the term, perpetual planting?
Yes,
Or,
yes.
And what does that perpetual
So-
planting cost, and
so-
what does it include?
So there are subscribers to Perpetual Planting that get a holiday wreath. There are about 350
Okay.
people who get a Memorial Day planting. They get a holiday wreath. A few of them paid a little extra. They get an autumnal planting.
And how much roughly is that to participate in that?
It's $2,500 for 25 years.
Okay. And then, so these are 45 wreaths in addition to the
Yes.
300-ish?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Have we sold any perpetual planting, like in the recent years?
A couple here and there. It's really a service for when you're the last of the family line and it's not going to get taken care of anymore.
Got it.
You know, if people can come by and do it themselves, they do. You know, we do tell, you know, we tell them it's not forever.
Right.
It will cover you for 25 years. You know, and we do say that it's a planting at Memorial Day and it's a wreath.
Right.
So if you're super particular about how you want your lot to look, it's not landscaping. It's not, you know,
Yep.
It's
customized.
beautification.
It's not customized care. So,
Excellent.
and I think perpetual planting is a very old school
Then,
thing.
yes, I agree.
It's like when our parents were young, and when I used to work at the flower shop, we got a whole cotillion of people who came in and sent azaleas and poinsettias to all their friends at Christmas.
Right.
It's something that just doesn't happen anymore.
Right.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, no, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other questions on superintendent's report? If not, we can jump to correspondence.
Yep. So the stewards, Mrs. Stewart has asked that she put the steward name on the front in the same font that the Ahern name is. That's her maiden name. Her parents are buried there. She wants to go on the back and put an Ahern surname over her parents, and she wants to put the Stewart surname over herself and her husband, which will leave a little room for her daughter when her daughter
So what's on the front right now?
is ready. Just Ahern.
Ahern, so she wants Stewart underneath in the front,
Yeah.
and then the families or their
Yeah.
husband and wife on the back.
Yeah.
Okay, and it's a 4 plot, I take it?
No, it's a 6.
Oh, it's a 6 plot, okay.
Yeah.
The way I read it, it was a little confusing what she was asking for, but just I guess looking at the pictures, it's a simple thing to do.
Right.
She talks about above and below. And
Yeah.
Is there room to add the daughter underneath?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a good size stone. Yeah.
any discussion on the requests?
And she's the executor of the estate or the sole survivor, correct? The daughter?
She's the sole survivor of the parents. Yeah.
Okay.
Her brother is dead, never married,
Okay.
buried elsewhere.
I don't see any issues. Anybody?
No issues.
No issue.
Right? As long as all the lettering's compliance with,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do we need to vote?
Sure.
Do
Yeah.
we need to?
We can go on record if not.
Well,
it's not really
maybe
a
you don't
voting
need to
matter.
vote.
Yeah.
You're just allowing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Yeah,
just
we have
have
no issues.
And
Superintendent
I'll
Ahern
supervise
inform the
it.
family
Yep.
that the letter's been approved by the board. So,
Okay. And I think that's it. in this-
So, on old business, I wanted to ask, on the bathroom rehab, speaking of the neighbors, do want to get another contractor in to look at it and see if we have another view of what could be done there?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. What if I call Alan McIsaac?
Yeah, I had a guy that reached out to me too, and
Okay.
said he had heard about it. He'd like to take a look at it.
Okay.
That price seemed a little high too. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's money well spent on that house.
Right. So I do too, and I think
Putting
after
a full
everything
bath
I've been
down
through, us moving forward with that might be
Yeah.
a good thing to do. So.
Yeah. Timing on that would be key.
There's no existing bathroom there with the heating
there's a
system,
half.
hot water. Sorry,
Right. Good
I know
question.
there's a half. Are we incorporating the half bath into the full bath, or is it the half bath going to be separate from?
There's a half bath downstairs, a
Yep.
powder room off the
Right.
kitchen. We want to put a shower in there.
In that same.
So we're going to utilize the half
thought
bath.
is to take the vault.
Yes.
One thought was to take the vault in the bedroom
Okay.
Out and put a
take that
shower
out
stall
and
there.
Put a shower stall. Right
Okay. Okay. So
The system.
will the hot water heating system be able to accommodate that?
So I talked to Jeanette about the potential of putting a larger than a 40-gallon tank on there, and they said yes, if they're experiencing hot water problems going forward and they're not having enough for 6 adults, we can put a 60-gallon tank on there. They want to do that a little later on because they're so stressed out right now with emergency calls.
But the system will handle
But the
it.
system will handle it.
That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I'd get a couple of quotes, see what
good.
we can.
Yeah, we should continue to move forward with the discussion.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So one of the boys uses that downstairs room as a bedroom.
Yes.
So it might be a little problematic with the construction
Right, and timing.
and timing.
Right.
If we do get a good quote, maybe they would take a vacation. We could
Right.
time it
Exactly.
for that,
Right.
at
Yep,
least
I
for the
agree.
demolition of that safe.
Yep.
Which is abutting his
Yep.
his room there on the first
Yeah.
floor.
We can do that. Excellent. Any other old business? Any new business?
I don't believe so.
A motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you all.
Joe, thank you.
8:41.